So no surprise, women, some of them Democrats, were the big story on Election Day in Florida. And for one young voter in particular, her support of Donald Trump helped land her a political office of her own. Amber Mariano has dreamed of being in politics her entire life. From the age of?
Well, 6 when I wanted to be president. And I mean, I still want to be president, but that's when that whole dream of getting into politics started.
But when the 21-year-old college student said she wanted to run for state representative, most people just laughed.
It's kind of tough when everyone's telling you, the whole time, you're not going to win.
But she ignored them, and in between classes, campaigned against an incumbent more than twice her age. When you got the first polls, when you entered the race, what did they show?
They all had me at least 10 points down.
But most pundits would have told you that wasn't even her biggest problem. Amber supported Donald Trump in a county where Hillary Clinton unleashed one of her strongest attacks.
He calls women ugly, disgusting, nasty. He calls women pigs.
When the Access Hollywood tape came out, how did you deal with being a woman who had thrown your weight behind Donald Trump?
I think that the Trump voter looks at things from a bigger picture. You don't have to agree with everything that a candidate stands for, and by all means, I don't agree with everything that Donald Trump has done. I think that her actions were far worse than what Donald Trump's words ever could be. People obviously wanted something different.
It turns out Amber may have understood the mood of voters here in western Pasco County better than most.
First time I voted Republican in many years.
I totally switched parties.
Basically, a lot of the reasons I voted for Trump, weirdly enough, are a lot of the reasons I voted for Obama.
Meet the women who helped Donald Trump win Florida. They each chose Barack Obama twice, but turned their backs on Hillary Clinton. Heather Morgan, a waitress and a mom.
I wanted something different. I wanted something new. I wanted somebody who was going to take everything in a new direction.
Donna Forrester, a retiree.
I want to see him bring jobs back. I want our country to be great again.
And Karen Perino, a nurse. Why do you think the media got this so wrong? And don't hold back.
This was an election that people were scared to say who they were for.
I've lost a good amount of friends because it was, I'm not talking to you anymore because you're a Trump fan.
Did he do anything that you wouldn't let your teenagers do?
Oh, absolutely. If they were both ideal candidates, and then he said things that I was uncomfortable with, then it would be different. He might have said things that I was uncomfortable with, and she did things I was uncomfortable with.
We need a fresh face. Somebody that hasn't been in government and hopefully has not been so corrupted by government.
Are you all pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-choice for me.
Pro-choice.
I don't believe in abortion, but I don't believe it's my choice to tell somebody else to do that.
What's Donald Trump?
I think he's pro-life.
Pro-choice.
I think he's pro-life.
So you don't think he has a lot of hard set views on very many
Right.
things?
The difference between him, I feel like Hillary, these are her views. Those are her views. They're going to be her views. They're always going to be her views. And I feel like he came across as, this is what I believe, but talk to me.
But these women didn't just make history voting for Donald Trump. They also elected a 21-year-old college student as their state representative, making Amber Mariano the youngest person ever elected to Florida's State House.
I think that's when it really hit me, when I first saw my name on the plaque. It's surreal.
President-elect Trump sat down here. What advice would you give him for getting more people like you, young women in their 20s, behind him?
As long as he produces results and he tones down his language and can prove to the people that he is here to do his job, I think anyone can respect that and will move past what's been shown in the past.
How long are you going to give Donald Trump to make America great again?
I'm going to give him 2 years. I want to see big changes in 2 years.
Why
and
2
I
years?
think he can make that happen because I think we deserve that. He made all these promises. And by God,
What are you going to do if he doesn't deliver in 2 years?
Oh, I'm going to be writing him a letter.
Or tweet at him.
Oh yeah.
Twitter.
No, I'm a senior. I have to figure out how to do that.
I'll help you.
My kids to do that.
Were you surprised when you talked to them?
I was surprised by how discerning voters are about their priorities. So the priority was change, and all of the things that we fixated on, his contacts or his affinity for Vladimir Putin, the comments on the Access Hollywood tape, they were willing to overlook all of that because to them, change was the most important thing.
Wow. Just curious, and it's hard to tell listening to them whether they felt positively about him and what he might do or so negatively about her and what she they felt had done.
This group, I thought, was more positive than the Erie voters about him. They are really, and it shows in that they sent Amber Mariano, who polled behind him for some of the race. They were looking to, change everything, complete overhaul of our leaders.
But they're also ready after 2 years, at least that one voter, to call him out.
Send him a pink slip.
To
Or
reevaluate.
she signs up for Twitter.
Yeah, watch out for Donald Trump.
That was fascinating. It really was.
Yeah.
Nicole, thank you very much.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.